Hey everyone, Jonathan, incoming freshman at Cornell University here, and in today's video I'll be teaching you how to bench press 225 pounds, a huge milestone in fitness that I've reached and you can too. Being able to bench 225 is both very impressive, putting you in the top 1% of people in terms of strength, and very straightforward. I truly believe that anyone who's willing to put in the work can accomplish this. For a quick overview, I'll cover proper form and injury prevention to keep you safe, effective training so you're not wasting your time in the gym, and functional nutrition tips so you can fuel your body outside of the gym. The first step in developing a strong bench press is having proper form. This not only significantly reduces the risk of injury, but also increases the weight that you can do by making your movement more efficient. To start, you want to lie down on the bench, setting your feet as far back as you can while keeping your heels in contact with the ground. You want to lie far enough back on the bench so that you can safely unrack the bar, but not too far so that the bar will hit the hooks on the way up. Next, retract your shoulder blades together by shrugging and then moving them down and together. This will help you bench more and help your shoulder health. Create a slight arch with your body so you have 2 points of contact with the bench, your shoulders and your butt. Next, set up your grip. Grip the bar with both hands just outside shoulder length apart. Make sure to wrap your thumb around the bar for safety. Once you're ready, squeeze your glutes and shoulders, set your feet, take a deep breath in, and unrack the bar. Next, bring the bar down with control, don't just let the bar free fall, and your elbows should be at about 45 degrees. The bar should come down to about your nipple line and it should briefly touch your chest. Once the bar touches your chest, exhale and push the bar up and back while driving your heels into the floor and keeping contact with your butt on the bench. And just like that, you've performed a perfect repetition on the bench press. Next up, in terms of injury prevention, just follow a few basic tips and you'll be good. As I mentioned earlier, make sure you control the weight on the way down and avoid an insane amount of arch. Don't ego lift, meaning only lift weight you can control on the way down, and most importantly, always have a spotter when you bench. And don't worry, if you go to the gym by yourself, you can just ask a random person and they'll usually be happy to help. I've spotted a bunch of people I don't know and a bunch of people have spotted me. Finally, to make sure you don't over fatigue your chest, triceps, and shoulders, stick to a maximum of 3 bench press sessions per week for optimal gains. Next up, training. When training, stick to a low amount of reps, around the 3 to 5 range, to failure or close to failure for optimal gains. You shouldn't do more than 3 sets per day because after this you start to see diminishing returns. And as I mentioned earlier, stick to 2 to 3 days per week to bench, or you risk overexerting yourself. With other exercises, it's normal to rest for around 1 minute between sets, but when you're training for strength, it helps to give your muscles extra recovery time between sets, like at least 2 minutes. The timing of when you bench press also matters. Have your 2 to 3 bench days per week be spaced out throughout the week. Also, have bench be the first exercise in your workout so you don't pre-exhaust your muscles. For example, if you did a dumbbell incline bench press or something like that before you benched, you'd be weaker and therefore able to move less weight. Finally, the most important thing in training is just to consistently increase the weight or reps you do, which is called progressive overload. And while you progressive overload, you want to track your progress to make sure that you keep overloading and eventually reach your goal. Training is only half of the work you need to do though. To gain muscle and strength, you also need proper nutrition to fuel your body. The most important macronutrient for gaining muscle and strength is protein. The amount of protein you eat can significantly affect your rate of muscle growth, so be sure to eat around 0.8 grams of protein per pound of your body weight. For example, if you weigh 160 pounds, you should eat at least 112 grams of protein per day. It's okay if you don't hit this goal every day, it's pretty hard, but eat a lot of eggs, milk, meat, Greek yogurt, and other lean protein sources, and you should be fine. The other aspect of nutrition you need to follow is your caloric intake. Eating in a caloric surplus or consuming more calories than you burn in a day will help you build muscle. You don't just want to eat junk food though. Eating clean food with a balance of complex carbs and healthy fats will help with your energy and mood while building mostly muscle and limiting fat gain. So, if you focus on perfecting your form, benching consistently while tracking progress, and progressively overloading in the gym, while hitting your protein goals and eating in a caloric surplus at home, your bench press strength will skyrocket and you'll gain a ton of muscle in your shoulders, arms, and chest.